All right, Lisa, I am so excited as always
I'm hungry.
on a Friday to get hungry and do a little bit of this.
Oh, eat it. Just eat it.
Come on, then, let's go.
Friday Food Vibes.
You ever think about what we put into our mouths?
All the time.
Just eat it.
You are cooking!
On CFAX 1070.
Whew, okay, Dallas from the Vic Food Guys in studio. How you doing, Dallas?
I'm doing great. Being live in person, HD audio, this is a whole different vibe. I want to be here every day.
We always get you on the phone. I mean, you got to work.
Careful what you wish for, Dallas.
You got other things
I would love to be here. Imagine the stuff I would say.
Yes, we do.
That's why we love you. And I know that some of the stuff you're going to say today is things that you might want to try, things you might want to eat, restaurants you might want to go to as we head into this Victoria Day long weekend. So what are we taking a look at today?
Yeah, so the first spot I want to highlight is I went here on Tuesday with my buddy Carson, and it is like I said, the definition of a hidden gem. This is a place where you're going to go. The one thing I will say before we talk about this is if you go, you just want to go and relax. Don't be in a rush. Just go and chill out. You know, Calista is making all the food on her own. This one person, so you got to take your time. But it's the most impressive Chinese food that I've had in the city, to be honest.
Really? Okay, so Chinese food, it's called, what's it called?
Yeah, it's called March.
March. So and it's new.
Yeah, it's not brand new, no.
Oh, really?
No, it's been around, but this is the thing. Nobody talks about it. So the way that Calista sort of describes this is it's a Chinese kitchen reinterpreting traditional Cantonese flavors through a contemporary lens. And it's on Langley Street downtown, so just off Broughton. But absolutely everything is made from scratch. And when we went in on Tuesday, she let us try the dim sum, which was just out of this world, like everything handmade. It's just a different experience. The dim sum happens on Fridays and Sundays starting at 12:30. If you are going to go to that, I would highly advise, if you're going to go here, period, actually, I'd highly advise you make a reservation because it's such a small spot that there's not many seats. So make a reservation, but dim sum Friday and Sundays at 12:30. She does an a la carte menu at night, but just if you want to experience stuff you're not going to find anywhere in the city, as far as Chinese food goes, this is the spot. Really, really special, and Calista is someone that you want to support. She was just a gem. So just an amazing spot. Yeah.
Dallas, what makes good dim sum in your mind?
I think so the thing I noticed about going here is the textures are a bit different. Like things were a bit smoother. It was noticeable, and so this actually features handmade soup dumplings. Which
soup dumplings.
I don't know of any other place in the city doing that.
No,
I had them at Crystal Mall in Burnaby. I've had it there at one of the vendors of the thing, and once you have those, it's like, oh, you understand. There's like this whole other thing that you just were not aware of, and you know she's doing those with the dim sum. So it's again something different you can try. It's an experience you have to have.
Labor intensive.
And that's the reason why I think a lot of people don't do it. Yeah, yeah.
And it's so funny that this is like a place that I think is new to me because I've never heard of it, but it's been there. It's called March. You said it's Langley off Broughton Street.
Yeah. Sort
of a different interpretation of some traditional Cantonese, specifically Chinese food. That's really cool. Okay.
Yeah. Make a reservation though, and when you go, just chill and relax. It's a place you want to be.
What else you got for us, Dallas?
So a little shout out to Mike at the Drake. The Drake today through Monday is doing a little thing with Four Winds Brewing, where they're going to have a dozen of Four Winds Brewing of their beers, and they're going to be pairing them with tacos. So just a nice little fun yearly thing that they do at the Drake. That's happening downtown. For anybody that doesn't know, the Drake is like, it's just an institution. Like it's one of those pillars of the hospitality scene of Victoria, I would say. So that's happening today through Monday. And then another spot that I went to, this one I went to last week. Today's their 1 year anniversary, so they're 20% off.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's a hot tip today only, 20% off at this location.
Yeah, it's called Marhaba. And so it's Indian and Arabic cuisine. So it's sort of, you can get both. When I went, I got the lamb mendi, which, you know, I didn't know we could get that in the city. Again, stuff I didn't know we could get. I'd never had it. I'd had the chicken mendi at Wrap and Roll at one point that Mo had made, but yeah, my buddy got the goat curry, which he loved. All the meat is halal. They do a buffet on the weekend, but the portion size, actually, I got to comment on that too. The portion size on this thing, I did a 21-hour fast after I ate my meal. So
This is so much food you will not eat again for at least a day.
So I had
This
the
is
lamb mendi.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I got the cheese and garlic naan, and then I went for a little fast after that. But yeah, unbelievable food. Again, a spot that I don't hear anybody talk about, but 20% off today. How can you go wrong?
I like that this is kind of a theme to today. It's not necessarily brand new things. It's just here are a bunch of hidden gems that maybe you haven't heard of, maybe you haven't tried, but they're there and they're doing their thing and they're worth checking out. I guess this is kind of the theme today.
Yeah, 100%. And then the next thing I want to give a shout out to, there's an Afro-Cuban cooking workshop happening on May 30th from 11 to 1 p.m. And so what it is doing, the way this is being described, is together we'll explore stories, techniques, and cultural roots behind two iconic Cuban dishes. And those two dishes are ropa vieja and congri.
I would never take this on. I would never be brave enough to do this on my own.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
having something like this and just so far flung is fantastic.
Yeah, and this one is going to be super, super cool. It is free to get into, but there is a donation option. So if you want to
Fair.
donate, you can support my friends at IA Creative, and I would highly recommend supporting them. But this is a workshop where you're going to go, you're going to be able to learn about the culture, learn about these dishes, hear some stories, and have a really good time. It's happening at the Cook Street Village Activity Center. I have a link to that up right now on Instagram at Vic Food Guys in my stories. So you can find the link there to sign up for this thing. It's going to be really, really cool.
Hey, I've got a quick look at the text inbox here. We got a couple questions coming in. First off, texter at 71010 says, so what was the 20% off thing again? What was that?
That's called Marhaba.
Okay, so
Yeah, Marhaba. It's on Gorge. It used to be Wings down off Harriet.
Yeah?
Down
Oh, okay.
down at the bottom of the hill there or whatever.
Right? The thing that used to be Wings. I
Yes.
remember that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So right on that corner on off the gorge there. It's called Marhaba.
Okay, and then another text at 71010. Why have the Vic Food Guys not tried or talked about Murder Burger in James Bay in the old Floyd's Diner location? Well, texter, this is a great question, but we have. You have actually brought in the folks from Murder Burger, and we've interviewed them on CFAX before, so
Yeah,
we've
and-
certainly given them a shout out before.
Yeah, and so it's available online. You can hear that segment actually with Jody. You'll be able to hear that. But we did a full 20-minute segment with
Yeah,
him.
it was great. But
Yeah.
but that is a good shout out, by the way, texter, for Murder Burger. Kind of a cool thing to try out. The name is a little inflammatory, but the burgers are good.
Yeah, they have lots of milkshakes. So I got to go in and try the milkshakes. I'm going to be going in there soon, I would say.
Okay, well, you can give us a full milkshake review. But we're right out of time, Dallas. We'll just have to do this again next week with more great things to eat around the city. Thank you so much for coming in.
For sure. Thank you.
And as always, if you want to check out the things Dallas talked about, do go to his Instagram account. It's Vic Food Guys. And that's it for today. Lisa, you have lots of things to go eat now.
I'm starving, actually. But thank you for all the recommendations, especially heading into a long weekend. It comes in handy.